Hello, Lunas here, back again with the Rimworld playthrough. So, this time we're mostly waiting for the raiders to attack and pushing through the early research. I'd like to know a bit more about what, the ships are. Because I haven't seen anything for oxygen yet, and I thought that would, be a thing. $150 herbal medicine. That'd take a long time to grow. And then marriage is on between Lips and Sam. That is honestly very good. If they do get together, then the colony can start having children, which will be a consistent way of it'll be a consistent way of increasing the colony's population. Right, who's the nearest? Oh, they're all kinda near. Anyone around this way? Not at the moment. Maybe you head up and assist them. Oh, she can't get an angle. Oh god. Who? Oh, Simra. They're taking too long. Or what? Nice shot. Oh god, Kiko, get inside. Senra's okay. Fall back. Where's Kiko? Oh, they fell. The area's damaged enough, luckily, that we can stop them. Share you rescue Senra though. We needed the experience, but damn, that was kinda tough. Having them come in from so many angles like that just spreads us out too much. Excuse me, what? That is the second time Lips... No, I gave it to Semra, didn't I? Sheer, get... Okay. We've got some more weapons, but not exactly... I mean, to be fair, we get to upgrade a poor gun to a poor sidearm to like a main weapon that's of normal quality, and then Semra can get rid of her gun. Who are the doctors? Alright, Shio. He's 5 shooting, so we should probably give him the bolt action rifle. And then once Semra wakes up, we'll give her the machine pistol, because it's pretty great at close range. Quests. Active. Semra is here. Okay, that was part of it. I'm not sure if they'll send more. Time to start breaking out the medicine. We get a pretty poor quality tend on Kiko, although they are looking to be in the clear, with 67 immunity compared to 45 on the disease. A steel deposit to the north will be mined out, as well as a component vein. Now that Semra is back up, we'll have her equip the machine pistol. But we'll just have to remember before she leaves that we need it back. As at the moment, all weapons are important to us. I think I'll swap Kiko's weapon to a machine pistol as well, just because he's able to fire more shots. And considering we're outnumbered in the raids, if they're around the same strength, we're gonna need those extra shots. Also, the northern part here last time proved to be a weakness in the defense with the guy with the shotgun, essentially soloing two of our colonists. So we're gonna fix that now. The following morning, early on, the mechanoid threat I mentioned at the end of last episode has made itself known and will be arriving in 1 quadrant. We should have enough time to complete the quest protecting Semra, though, so we will remain here for the time being and continue collecting the supplies the map has to offer. Speaking of which, as our supplies of hill root are starting to decrease again, some additional hill root will be scavenged from nearby. And additionally, the research we were doing has finished. So I will now move on to gunsmithing. We receive a quest to house some refugees. I'm kind of tempted, but we don't actually have much space on the ship, as well as only having a small amount of graphite panels left to make more room. So I may just leave that quest. A steel meteorite crash lands nearby, and we will most likely end up mining that towards the end of our stay here. Meanwhile, the deposits to the north assigned for mining are finally started on, now that repairs have been finished. A butcher table and animal corpse stockpile is put in one of the less important bedrooms. This is mainly so that we can increase shooting skill all round, and as such I will be assigning the majority of my colonists to hunting, and this will also be to try and save on food while we're here. Over the next few days, the colonists will be assigned to hunt a lot of small game to increase the shooting stat as much as possible. On the subject of this, a nearby alpaca goes mad, and we gather some of the colonists to go pull it down. A badger also decides on revenge, so we assemble some more of our colonists to go deal with it. And additionally, a raid of Neanderthals comes, which should provide a massive amount of experience. And we now have to gather all of the colonists to repel this new attack. As the raiders are willing to wait a while, we're going to preemptively attack them. I'll prioritize the long-range fighters first. as they're less likely to charge us that way. However, I have the close quarters backing them up as soon as they do come into range. That being said, we're not hitting many of our shots at all. As the colonists back off, we have people stop at various distances to fire back on the raiders. One of them falls just short of our forces. Semra heads off to this side, but with her bad back, she will likely be caught up on, so the others will stop to give her some assistance. With good use of kiting, the raiders are quickly dealt with, and we manage to snag ourselves some jade and a good quality spear. While we don't exactly have many melee people I want to be fighting with that style, it will be a good weapon in a pinch if we need to block off a choke point. A bulk goods trader has arrived on the map, and we will trade with them to see what they have at least, but I'm not imagining it will be much good other than some medicine, although they have a very small amount. We are however able to sell them some yayo, and that is about it. A bill on the butchering table is set up, and also some new simple meals are put in place, prioritizing meat over anything else. Semra is fairly unhappy, so we'll have her stop hunting for the time being. Due to the struggling mood of a fair number of colonists and the looming threat of another raid, some loudspeakers and a light ball are planned for the dining room so that we can have a celebration to hopefully increase the mood of the colony. In addition to this, as we have an artist on the ship, we're going to begin producing art, but wooden variants so that the cost is lower. This should also help with mood by increasing room quality. And as Shio, the artist, he should not really be doing anything else other than that, apart from hunting. We start the fiesta just after the recreation is done for the day, and hopefully it will have a positive effect on the colony. And it does, giving a massive bonus of 16 to the entire colony, which is great news. outpost quest we were offered a while ago has disappeared. And we immediately receive another raid of Horax cultists. There are very few of them, and they all appear to be melee, so we should be able to deal with them reasonably easily. Especially as some of them will be distracted. With several of our colonists slightly further ahead than they need to be, we'll have them retreat, while our remaining colonists provide cover fire. With Sam lagging slightly behind and a need for the raiders to be delayed, she is sacrificed, although it only ends up going down. One of our doctors will take her back to the ship. The ritual is stopped and our colonists finish off the last raider. Sam gets an infection and will be immediately treated. And Lips has still been hovering fairly close to the mental break zone, so we're going to have her take Tree's room, as she seems in a lot better mood. The cloth is being harvested and will shortly be hauled onto the ship. And Sam's tend was at a 57% quality. It does seem like that's enough to get her quite far ahead of the infection's progress though, in terms of her immunity. And also a mistake in the stockpiling resulted in a fair few fresh animal corpses being dumped in the nearby pond. So they're being hauled into our butcher room now. Sam heads back to the site of the previous battle to re-equip her SMG that had been left behind. And the mining work that had been designated several days ago is coming to an end. The infection on Sam has reached a critical juncture, and we wait for her to get into bed so we can tend to her. And within a few hours she's completely fine. We gather our forces and take on a predator who'd been skulking around the base for nearly a day now. It saves one of our colonists being picked off when we're not paying attention. The next half day or so goes by slowly, cloth being hauled into the base, with the rice field coming near completion, and gunsmithing being researched. I will work on Blowback Operation as the next research project. However, I'm looking towards going into microelectrics in the not too long term future. Although it depends on where we end up taking the ship next. Another quest becomes available, and it will be to attack a camp guarded by 6 tribespeople. The rewards are pretty good. But it is... However, I have no idea where it will be unless I accept it. And I don't think I will. The rice harvest is finished, and we have the colonists gather some more wood from nearby, as we're going to need a fair bit more, as we are also now using it to produce art. The blowback operation has been finished at the research table, and the next project will be in microelectrics. The colonists are getting very close to having hauled in the last of the resources, although I do have some plans to hunt a couple of creatures to make the food on the ship last another couple of days. Early the next day, Semra's shuttle arrives, and we have her drop the machine pistol we lent her and send her away. She's been fairly useful, so I wish her the best wherever she's going. And thanks to that, we have our brand new custom weapon with 2 pretty good custom upgrades and 1 fairly bad one. Although we can probably deal with the ugliness of this weapon. The piercing round is going to be excellent against armored enemies. And it being lightweight is going to allow it to shoot a lot faster. This is going to be given to Sam though, and not wanting to lose the additional firepower from the SMG, I'm going to equip Shio with it for some more crowd control potential. In addition to that, some horses to the south have been designated for hunting, and we will take them down before we leave. The jade from the raiders as well has not yet been hauled, so I will get that worked on now, as well as the spear. A large pack of manhunting rats enters the map, and we're gonna have to leave now, as I don't think I can deal with that. They're gonna be very close to catching up with Lips, though, is the only issue. We need her to run as fast as possible. now the ship will be launched. And are just outside the range of Macy's outpost, which is unfortunate. So we'll jump to a nearby location and have to wait there. I saw 137 days, I'm kinda concerned. We'll move the landing zone here. As the ship lands, the colonists have grav nausea, which isn't too bad. And we should be able to deal with it fine. The ship cooldown will be 5.3 days. And for the time being, we will mostly be working on room quality. There's not much else we can really do. Speaking of though, I will be researching carpet making and switching from microelectrics. Once the carpet making is done, we'll be switching back. And while we're on a map with new resources and nothing to do, some components from the nearby area will be designated for mining. It doesn't look like this map has many rare resources, so components might be just about the only thing we end up taking from here. Although that being said, we now have a new opportunity to hunt. And with 3 dromedaries nearby, that is some pretty good game. Now it's at a peaceful point though, and we have not much for the colony to do. I'm probably going to leave it here until the next episode, where we will hopefully be able to finally get to the bounty quest and finish that. I have no idea what it's going to be like, so it'll be fun to find out. But until then, I hope you have a great day, and I will see you next time.